Okay, we're live on air. I'm the only viewer. Monday from the fish tank above. Where am I? The fish tank above Solar, Costa Rica at La Esquina. The barrio. What is this barrio? Nazareth. Barrio Nazareth in the Canton de San Rafael de Alajuela. And we're just doing another show about nothing. How about that? And let's get back to what happened this weekend. All right, so here's how my weekend went. I had to go to get a Retevi on my car because the guy wanted me to go up and look at his solar project that he had some guy, a solar guy from Pavas install. And this solar guy went and put this system up for him. He wanted me to drive down to Pozo Azul, which is it was 129 kilometers from San Jose. But then you have to drive up this road up to, my God, I don't know where, to find this place. And so anyway, where do we start? Saturday morning, I started at 5 a.m. getting all my stuff together to go up to do this project. And I got to go get my Retevi inspection, the RTV, your annual safety inspection on your car, where they beat your car up and they check all your lights and your horn and your emissions, which I failed. But I passed everything else. I had everything passed a month ago, but it only lasts a month, and I kind of made a mistake. I didn't get it. I didn't get in to get my new plates. I got to get new plates because the old plates are too old, and you got to have new ones that have the holograph on them. Otherwise, people make copies, and then they got 8 cars with the same license plate. So I have to take my old plates in to get the new plates. That takes a week, supposedly. I went to get the Retevi. You go to the inspection station over in Coyo, and I got there about 10 o'clock. It took me until 12:30 to get through the line, get the inspection. I passed everything except the emissions right at the end. He's pushing on the gas with the diesel engine looking for opacity coming out of the exhaust pipe. And I was at 3.2. Unfortunately, passing is 3.0. You're almost there, he says. You got to clean up the car a little bit, clean it up somehow. But I have the sheet in my hand that says I've had the inspection. That means I can drive for 30 days before I get a ticket. But I got to go back and get the plates anyway. So I take off from there and I go to, where was it? Rio Lagartos Bridge. And it was the middle of the day, roughly. No, it was about 2 o'clock. Rio Lagartos. I asked some guy on the side of the road, where's Pozo Azul? And he says, hey, it's right up the road, about 3 kilometers. Cool. I had found the right turn. I was told there'd be a sign or something. There's no sign. And this guy has a ranch. It's Pozo Azul. I drive up 3 kilometers. It's not a ranch. It's a town. Pozo Azul is a town. So I started asking around. You know this guy? Looked it up on my phone. Mario Calvo. You know Mario Calvo? He's from San Jose. He's got a farm up here somewhere. You know him? Mario Calvo. No, that's not. Mario Calvo's another guy. Sorry, Rodrigo Gonzalez. Rodrigo Gonzalez is who I was going to go see. And there was a guy who was very helpful, had a little soda, and he had a store, pulperia, right next to it. And he says, let me call. We start calling because Rodrigo wasn't answering the phone. Apparently, when you're way up in the mountains, there is no phone service. So he wasn't answering the phone. He was probably down at the end of the road waiting for me at 12:30 when I was at the Retevi. So he finally punches some numbers and he goes, it's Rigon. I'm like, I don't know Rigon. It's Rodrigo Gonzalez. Rigon. Rodrigo Gonzalez. Rigon. That's so everybody knows him. It's Rigon. Okay, well, I'm going to go find Rigon. And he says, go up the road, derecho, 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 derecho. 4 kilometers, no pavement anymore. Derecho, derecho, derecho. Go straight, go straight, go straight. 4 kilometers. It's a winding mountain road, so you got to go straight. Just the ones that go off the side, and you just try to figure out, hey, this is the most of a road that there's a road. So I'm driving the rover up, which is got, it's like a 1-ton. The shocks don't move hardly at all. But they do actually, apparently. And so you're driving up, and finally the road gets narrower and narrower and narrower, and it's me and the tractor tracks in front of me. Like, I'm driving up a dirt road. There's just a tractor. There's only been a tractor up there. This can't be it. I keep driving. I get on top of the mountain. I'm at the top of the mountain, and there's a clearing. There was a teak forest up there, and apparently they were logging it, and this was the skidding tractor that was going up and down that I was following. So I'm thinking, oh my God, I'm on top of a mountain on a logging road. I call Hugo. That was my second stop. And Hugo's got a little resort, and he wanted to put in a wind turbine this weekend. I didn't think he had the parts, and he didn't. But anyway, so he's got the turbine, and I brought batteries for this guy, Rigon, and a battery for Hugo. And so I'm like, okay, I called Hugo. I said, Hugo, I'm coming over. This guy is a bust. I'm not going to get there till later. He says, okay, well, I'm not there. I'm in San Jose. I was like, really? Okay, great. But this guy Carl's there. He can let you in. Okay. All right. Well, and I'm heading over there, I think. I changed my mind again. I was going to Tamarindo, but I had to change my mind again because when I called Wilbert to go to Tamarindo, there were 6 guys staying, extra guys, construction workers staying at this place. He goes, you can't come tonight. There's too many people. So good. I'll come back later when I got more time. So I'm driving back down, and Rigon is, what's going on down there? Down below me. I don't know. It's a party. Oh, it's just a little street side conversation. Rigon, he shows up on a Quattro. I mean, a 4-wheeler. And he says, I've been looking for you all over, and you were supposed to be here at 12:30. I said, well, I was at the Retevi at 12:30. That's the way it's Costa Rica. It's Tico time. So Rigon says, well, follow me. This is my way. And, you split off to the right. Well, that's not derecho. It's the reche when you hit there. Right, whatever. So this road was worse. I'm driving down the road, and it's like gravel, but the gravel rocks are 6-inch diameter boulder, and it's loose. It's like, this is nuts, and it's really steep. Went down through the river. I was taking some videos with my NoPro, but the batteries went dead before I went through the crazy road. The howler monkeys are going up overhead when they hear the Jeep coming down, and we go down through the river and then come back up, and we finally get up to his ranch. There's another guy riding a horse down, and so we go over and see what's going on, check out his system. He had these guys from Pavas come do it. Cost him $2,000, 2 panels, 1 charge controller, 1 battery, and a 1,500-watt inverter. And it's like not like he got soaked on it, but he got a little bit soaked. But the problem was it didn't work. Okay, so the first thing I noticed is 1 panel is facing north, 1's facing south on the roof. What do you do? Why did they do that? They don't work that way. They both have to be going the same direction. I go up on the roof. Go look at them. I pick up the racking. They only bolted down the top because they put the racking doesn't match the purlins, so that they weren't just going to go through the sheet metal. So they just left the bottom flapping in the wind, essentially, virtually flapping in the wind. I told them, take the thing, take it off, move them both to one side. You got 2 guys, workers there. They can move it. Move the panel. I'm not doing it. It's getting dark. And then he's got this charge controller that has no label on it, but there's a barcode. So I took a picture of that. Maybe I can look up the barcode now and see if I can find out what kind of charge controller it is. Nevertheless, he's got a refrigerator with 10 compact fluorescent light bulbs, and they run out of electricity in 2 or 3 hours. Well, partly I think is because 1 panel's facing north, 1's facing south. That doesn't work that well. I'm sorry. If you guys are trying to do it that way, don't do it. It doesn't work that way. And what else? They had a 12-volt battery with some kind of Chinese crap that was supposed to be gel cell. They don't have gel cells that have caps on them. You know, sorry, it's not a gel cell. But it was at 12.38 volts, so it was charging some, not a lot, but obviously, and it was a sunny day. So where's the problem? You got 500 watts of panels running one 90-watt refrigerator. I put the meter on that. I put the meter on the light bulbs. At most, he's running 150 watts if he's running everything. Well, you should be able to do that for a little while, more than 2 or 3 hours. So I think the problem was mostly the panels. I couldn't sell him the other batteries. He didn't want to expand his system yet, but he's got all kinds of outlets going on around his little house that he's built there. And I see a blender in there in the kitchen. You know, some people like to stretch things a little bit. I only have light bulbs and I only have a refrigerator. Well, what about a computer? What about you charging a cell phone? You charging a computer? You can run it. I see a blender in there. You running a blender? That's 700 watts. Right? Boom. Just like that. All right. So, you know, I said, okay, you can go with this system. If you move your panel, you can probably get by with this battery. Just try it. Check it out. See how it works before I come back. I'm not coming back unless we're doing something real, but in a real system to run a house. Because it looks to me like you're trying to run a house eventually. And at this point, you know, they got a cooler full of ice. Everything, all the beer's in the cooler. Big ass Coleman or Igloo cooler. It probably costs $300 here in Costa Rica. And the ice costs them how much? $1.60 for 5 pounds every day, each bag. So you got to buy like 10 bags. There's $15 in ice because he's got a little tiny inefficient refrigerator and waste energy and not making enough. Well, I had enough of that. It was already dark. I got to leave. Okay, I got a 20 mil off of them just to get me back, get gas out of there because I told them the ATMs close at 10 around here, and I may miss getting me some money, and I didn't bring enough. I was planning to go to an ATM or charge him. I got to negotiate how much it was going to cost to do that consultation, and we'll probably hopefully sell him a bigger system, and that'll all work out. But so now I'm heading down. I'm thinking I'm just going to go to Tamarindo. I'm going to the beach. Maybe Wilbert's got time to go fishing tomorrow. We'll go out in the Zodiac with the center console, have a good time out on the ocean. Yeah, all right. Well, I called Wilbert when I finally got Wi-Fi when I got down to, I went to a Subway right across from Tres Hermanos, right on that corner, La Esquina de Punta, Taiwan. And I finally get Wilbert's phone number, get a hold of him. He says, man, you can't come down this week right now. I got Juan's here, the owner. I got 6 construction workers. All of my guys, there's no room. And I can't go fishing. I'm trying to finish this grocery store this week. I said, good. Okay, I'm not coming. I'll just go up to Mirrivalles. So, and work on this wind generator this weekend. I could do it on Sunday then. So, I call Hugo again, and I said, Hugo, what about going up there? He goes, well, yeah, Carl's up there. I go, is that Carl Andrews? Because I know that guy. He worked for me for a little bit. He goes, yeah, Carl. I said, okay, well, small country. I'll go up and hang out with Carl, and we'll go look at his wind turbine. So I get up there like 11 o'clock. The gates are all closed. The caretaker lady, she's asleep, and she's got little kids. I had to go knock on her door a couple of times, honk my horn, knock on her door, call Hugo. He called her. She finally comes out, gives me the keys. I go down there, spend the night. The next day we go look around. There's not enough steel. Oh, by the way, because part of the reason I aborted my plan to go all the way to Tamarindo is because I broke my shock off on the Rover when I hit a big bump coming down Highway 1. And probably worked it really bad coming up that road from the guy's house I did a consultation for, because that house, the road was so bad. I was spinning. I was in 4-wheel drive, low range, and I was spinning my tires on a rock road. So what does that tell you? It's pretty steep and pretty loose rock. It wasn't working too good. Spinning all 4 tires. Like, and going nowhere. Not just spinning them going up the hill, spinning them and going nowhere. But anyway, so, and then I broke the shock. Sunday, Hugo didn't have enough stuff to weld up the wind turbine, and his welder guy left for the weekend with the welder. So that ain't happening. I didn't expect that to happen. But so we went up and did a little tour of Mirrivalles, the 1 megawatt of solar energy that's utility scale, that's solar Costa Rica. No, that's my company. We would put in a lot bigger than that. 1 megawatt. That's all this country has in utility scale solar. And they put pictures of that. They show it off to everybody. But, you know, Summit County, where I'm from in Colorado, has way more than 1 megawatt in just community solar. Yeah, you say the power companies fighting this tooth and nail to be putting in solar electricity. They don't want competition. We make the power, and we got the power to keep the power, and we're going to do the power. That's what they want to do. I say I got 0 viewers still, and that's really cool because now I can rant and rave and do whatever I want to, and no one cares because nobody's watching. Or was I? Oh, we went up to Mirrivalles, put in the wind turbine. Didn't happen. And a nice Sunday talk with Carl. Carl's teaching English down at a school in Liberia. I mean, I don't know. Carl bought a bicycle so he could ride down to catch the bus from Fortuna, and then he has to catch another bus in Bagaces, and then that bus goes to Liberia. And I don't know how close that is to the school where he's going to. Maybe he takes his bicycle, then rides to the school. He's an adventuresome guy for being 60. Yeah, I'm 60. He's 60. We're the same age. And we're still kicking. We're still kicking it. So anyway, Carl, it's a good time. If you look this thing up on YouTube sometime. So now I'm coming back. I got to go to Gracia. My mechanic told me if you don't pass the missions, and I was off by 2 points. 3.0 is the opacity that they will take, and mine was 3.2. Are you kidding me? I missed it by 2 points. Now I got to go back for another inspection. Sit there for another hour in line, and then go through the whole process. But they only have to inspect the exhaust this time. Oman, my mechanic told me, go up to Gracia. There's a place there, a biodiesel plant. You can get biodiesel up there. It'll be clean. You'll run it. It'll be clean. You'll pass, no problem. So I thought, well, I'll take the free road back, which is bumpy as hell, but it's the free road, and it goes way up into the mountains. It's a lot slower, and the rover goes slow, but. I did finally find my way up to Gracia. Asked around, finally found out, and he asked the guy at a gas station, where can I get biodiesel? And there's no biodiesel here. Well, there's like a co-op or something. They got biodiesel. Oh, the sugarcane co-op. They got it. Yeah, they're up. You go this way, go up that road, keep going. And it's about 3 or 4 kilometers. And I stop a couple other places. I finally found it. I pull up to the diesel pumps. It says diesel, and there's all bunch of big truck-sized diesel pumps out front. Pull up, and there's a little booth that says biodiesel. And I said, you guys got biodiesel here? Is this biodiesel right here? No, that's not biodiesel. Well, you got biodiesel? Yeah, we got biodiesel. I mean, it's you get you a gallon. I guess meaning a jug. A gallon is a jug. Whether it's a gallon or whatever. 5 gallons. It's a big jug. Anyway, this happened to be 5, but he says it's a gallon. I said, how much? It's a dulce mil. $24 for a gallon. Whoa, that's pretty pricey to fill up my gas tank. I said, no, it's a big gallon. I went inside. Well, they're 5-gallon jugs, plastic jugs. So, well, but he says, well, we don't have any. No, what? You don't have any? I drove all the way up here from, you don't know how far I drove to get here. I drove straight there from, well, I stopped at the Cubanos restaurant. The Cuban guy, Dan, he's an ex-police officer, military from Miami, opened this Cuban restaurant because he's Cubano. And I had breakfast there. It was great. It was a great place. And that was after I went to Playa Blanca at Puerto Morelos. Now, Puerto Morelos is a shipping terminal, it looks like, for, there was a semi full of sugar, bags of sugar leaving. And there's also a port for oil. So apparently they bring gas or oil or refine it, but it's petroleum, comes in. And that's all there is. It's a dead end. I thought there was a town. There's no town. And then there's Playa Blanca right next to it. Well, Playa Blanca is a little beach. It was great. I was there, the only one there. I was there by myself. I finally got in the Pacific Ocean for the first time in like 3 months, maybe 5 months. I don't even remember the last time I've been in the Pacific. Oh, no, I was there. We went in Caldera. That was nasty. Right by the shipping terminal. And not that Playa Blanca is a whole lot better, but it was really nice. Coral sand beach. They had huge piles of plastic in bags. They had bags full of plastic bottles, plastic right up on the beach. But I was there by myself, so I did a little run up and down the beach, and then I went and got in water. And then the sand only goes about 50 feet, and then it's mud. I didn't like that, so I got out of there. And then a group of people came, I think, from the university that's nearby, and they were picking up more plastic. So that's why there's a big pile of plastic bags full of plastic, is that we were picking up more plastic to keep the plastic out of the ocean. We're only putting 8 million tons a year in right now. Right? 20, 30, 15 years from now, there's going to be 1 ton of plastic for every ton of fish in the ocean. 1 ton of plastic for every ton of fish in the ocean. What do you do with your plastic bottles? You get a plastic bag every time you go to the grocery store? I'm guilty of that sometimes. So if I go on my motorcycle, I got a backpack, I tell them, no, I got enough bags. And then bolsita? No, I got enough bags. So, you know, plastic bags are sort of a sign of wealth around here. I've seen that in Mexico. I've seen that here. And you get a lot more bags. Get more bags. Looks like you bought more stuff and you're a rich guy. Rico, if you got plastic bags. Oh, what was I? Oh, yeah, I went up and got biodiesel. And sugarcane processing plant. They don't make it there. They make it in San Carlos, which is another sugarcane processing plant. I bought 5 5-gallon jugs of it. And I brought it back around. I was like, why did you buy that? You only need 1 to get through the Paso Retevi, which I did. I went back and went to the Retevi again, wasted another couple hours. I don't know, it was hot as hell. I'm sitting there in line. People are revving their motors, honking their horns, checking their lights, make sure their car works for just to get through the inspection. And then, so I got to go through the whole line, go through the whole thing where they shake your suspension, they push your tires in and out where it sits on these tables and moves them. And then there's another one that bounces them, check your shocks. And you got to get on this roller and you got to push your brakes, and then it checks each wheel, and it checks your handbrake and all. It's very good that they do that, because otherwise, the way the roads are around here, everybody be driving a piece of shit like I am, but one that doesn't really work. And so I finally get to the emissions. Guy's checking my oil. He checks my oil, I don't know, like 5 times. Like, oh, you got to be kidding me. I'm going to fail because my oil is low on my dipstick or something. That'd drive me nuts if I did that, if I failed. He didn't. And then they stuck the thing in. You got to rub it up. And they look for black smoke opacity. Before I was at 3.2. This time, 8.7. 3.2 was where I was the last time I went through the Retevi on Friday. On Monday, I come back with biodiesel, and I blow a 0.87. a 0.74, and then the third time a 0.48. And the guy's like, thumbs up, you passed. And the guy that got under hood, he remembered me because I was only there 3 days. This was the last working day. No, I was there on Saturday, not Friday. On Saturday and Monday. Same guy checks, hooks up the oscilloscope thing to not the oscilloscope, but he checks my RPM while they're doing checking the emissions. And then he says, oh, you bought some biodiesel, huh? I said, yeah. I said, it burns really clean. I said, it's really good stuff. He says, yep. Muy bien. It's really good. So we passed that, came back. The auto transformer that was supposed to be in today, they got it wound, they got it ready, but they didn't get the box made. They're making a box. It's coming tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock in the morning. We're going to hook up at least one circuit of one string of 20 panels, 800 volts of solar is going to come charging into that transformer to go into the other it goes the inverter, and then to the transformer, and then to the other transformer, and then to the motor, or to the grid, whether the motor's on or off. And that's the start of our 40K that's going to feed this 40 horsepower pump. So if we get a good test on the auto transformer, everything works, cha-cha, we're ready to finish the project this week. And I guess on Saturday, the priest was there in front. They built a little park in front of the tank where we built in the last couple of weeks. And the priest from the church right over here, you can't see it. The church over here behind me. I can see the steeples. You can't. The priest he blessed the park. He blessed the tank. I guess they bless everything. I should go to church. They should bless me. Well, anyway, bless you for watching, all 0 viewers. Carbon Free Radio, we're going to get some interviews going here pretty soon with some really high-profile people. And we're going to be running totally carbon-free. The studio right now, we had to start using some electricity this month because we're putting up another solar array, and we have to show some use. Otherwise, they limit the amount of solar we can put up. So today, we're not carbon-free, but within 2 to 3 weeks, totally carbon-free, baby, coming to you live and now podcast, I guess you could call it. Recorded on YouTube, signing off, John Harrington with Carbon Free Radio. CarbonFreeRadio.com. Visit us on Facebook, Carbon Free Radio at Facebook.com. Cheers. Ciao.